music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is a quick review. As y'all know, I review different things. I review TV shows. I review movies. And I'm going to little bit review the Queen's Supreme Court. Probably just the first 2 episodes, only because people have been asking me my opinion. So here it is. Lipstick of today is one that I wore before. It's called Hex. It is from Urban Decay. The Queen Supreme Court. I did watch the live one Monday where Little Mo and Chicana Joe was the guest judges. There was technical or sound issues, yes. Little Mo was boring, yes. I love Chicana. And in the beginning, when I watched it, I thought the sound was too loud. I'm like, oh my God, it's just so loud. It was loud and you kept hearing static. Then later on, it got kind of not loud enough. I could not hear Little Mo much. I felt Little Mo was boring. And this is, let me stop being fake and fugazi. We're not done on fake and fugazi, but let me just be honest. People were going in saying, oh my God, that's what she get. Her show was crappy. Kaya's show was better. She had these issues. The guests were stupid. She said, TSMadison said before the thing aired, if you come in here to see what me and Kaya did, this is not what you want. This ain't what you're going to get. It's going to be a completely different show. She said it's not going to be roasting and gagging. It's going to be more commentary and conversation and jokes or whatever. And I feel she did exactly what she said she was going to do. People came in there looking for her to do the Queen's Court, to do the whole thing, to bring someone in like Kaya, to be Kaya, and that ain't what she did. And I feel like in this whole Kaya TSMadison thing, people have picked their side. Point blank, you picked your side. I don't think Kaya's show was better than TS. I don't think TS' show was better than Kaya's. I think they were great together. They are now separate, doing different things. You pick your cup of tea. Some people's cup of tea is Kaya, some is TSMadison. But her show on Monday, I felt like she probably picked Chicana and Lil Mo, because usually Lil Mo is entertaining. Usually she have energy, she be hyped. I don't know if Lil Mo was high and she was just too calm. I don't know if she wasn't I don't know what it was, but Lil Mo wasn't herself. She was all quiet and demure. It was a different Lil Mo, and I feel like, did she come on the show to like not make it good? Because she just wasn't herself. She wasn't her usual fun, funny, extra self. She wasn't that. She was real laid back, and it was weird. Now Chicana, as y'all know, Chicana was from TS, from Family Hustle. She was Tiny's hairstylist. She's her own. She's a celebrity hairstylist there in Atlanta. I think Chicana is funny. I think her voice can be aggravating. I think she has to always be on a good microphone, because if it's a bad microphone, you might not get her comedic timing. So I think the sound issues also attributed to them not realizing that Chicana was funny. I think TS, who was sitting in the middle, had to work with Chicana, who was on point, but you couldn't really hear her because of the sound issues, versus Lil Mo, who was sitting like a lump on a log, and she was just sitting there. And I think at points in times, they were waiting on Lil Mo to do something, and she didn't do shit. And then when she was talking, it was fucking boring. And I don't think that is at all TS's fault. I feel like she booked someone who's usually on, and they was off. And it just so happened to be it's her first show. So that part I can completely get. But I don't think it was a bad show. I like how she I think if it was just Madison and Chicana, it would have been better. I do, because it would have just been them two going off of each other. I think because she had two, but again, she said the point of this show is the battle for the bench. So of course she gonna have two people here. So the point, if y'all didn't get it, the point of this show coming back in the beginning is let's find someone to be here with me. So let's have them battle it out. So I'm gonna have two people, Chicana and Lil Mo. Clearly Chicana won. Clearly Lil Mo lost. And next week it'll be probably Chicana and someone else. The battle for the bench. Y'all have to pay attention to what someone's what their point of reference, not point of reference, what their gimmick is. And I say gimmick because I can't think of the right word right now. She isn't trying to replicate her and Kaya per se. She's trying to get someone else on the panel with her to do this brand of commentary on TV shows. We see that they talked about Love and Hip Hop, they talked about Bruno Mars and different things. They talked about Cardi B, and it's the same thing that I do. The same thing that Ashley Miller do. The same thing that James Caldwell do. The same thing that Funky Dineva do. The same thing with the Unwind with Tasha K do. It's the same thing where you have a person giving their opinion on pop culture, on different TV shows, on YouTube shows. As y'all see, I'm commenting on another YouTube show. It's the same thing. The only difference is she not roasting and gagging and Kaya ain't there. So she had to take what she was doing before and tweak it. But before she can pick somebody to be with her, she having people who want to be on here with me, who wants to do it. And I think it's interesting. I do think there were a lot of technical issues. My personal opinion was I thought she was maybe broadcasting on too many live feeds at once, and that could have crossed some wires and messed up some sounds or whatever. But she had 138,000 views within a day or two. So baby, people watching. So no one can say her show is shitty. If anything, y'all can say my show is shitty. I don't have that many views for one video, and she does, and she has her fans. So I think if you are a Kaya fan, watch Kaya. Don't watch TS. If you're a TS fan, watch TS. Don't watch Kaya. Like, if either one of them ain't your cup of tea, you don't have to pit them against. They are no longer together. They are no longer friends. They are broken apart. You know, they are perfect strangers at this particular point, and you can't want them to come back together and put that magic. At this point, it's too late. It's too many wounds in the air. It's too much blood in the water. It's done for. So it's like, don't keep pitting them against each other, because they shows aren't in comparison. They shouldn't be in comparison to each other. The same way y'all can watch 5 different YouTube bloggers, they are just 2 new separate YouTube vloggers who talk about whatever. They just have more people viewing them. It ain't no different. But you know, the show, in my opinion, wasn't horrible. Lil Mo was boring. She was. And there were sound issues. They were. But what you don't know is, or what you might not realize is, Kaya had a few issues in the beginning of her show too. And she had to go trial and error as well. Everybody have to realize when you go live, a lot of shit can go wrong that you have no control over. And once you live, you just have to go with it. You can't go live and then just stop. Like, you know what, I'm going to cut it off, because it's live. You know what I'm saying? So give Kaya and Tia the benefit of the doubt when they go live. That's why I don't go live often, because I don't want to have them kind of technical issues, and I don't have a platform big enough to go live yet. Like, that ain't me. But, you know, they have a platform to where hundreds of thousands of people were waiting to watch them. Some waited to be haters. Some waited to be lovers. It comes with the territory. When you on YouTube, people love or they hate you. I have people who love my stuff. I have people who don't like my stuff. And they don't have any issue telling me that in the comments, or in a direct message, or in a Facebook message, not a Facebook message, or in a YouTube message. They don't have any qualm telling me, bitch, shut up. Bitch, you don't know this. Bitch, get the facts together. You fat ass bitch. They have no qualms telling people how they feel. But at the end of the day, we have our own platform. Kaya has her own platform. TS has her own platform. And for the most part, I wish them both well. But I also want TS to know, don't bring Lil Mo ass back. And Lil Mo, you was wrong as hell for being that flat. I'm like, is she drunk? Is she gagged? You know what I'm saying? Was she gag ordered and she just went there and just didn't say shit? I don't know what was up with that. But what TS did today, she went live again for like 35-40 minutes, and she was trying to fix the sound issue. She was going live saying, I ain't really talking to y'all much, I'm trying to fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? She said she knew she had issues, how an hour before the show the sound had all kind of issues and they had to just keep going, and how she has to order new like she's trying to fix the shit. Y'all love dragging people if they mess up initially. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just love doing that. So I'm like, because I talked to my mom about it too, and I was like, she said, well, I heard she had, sound issues. They said it was kind of boring. And I said, yeah, it was. I say, but for the most part, it was her first live show back. And it was a live show. Things happen live. We know that. Steve Harvey asked on a live damn broadcast called the wrong goddamn gone winner of Miss America. On the Oscars, the people the two white people, I can't think what their name was. It was Dick Tracy and the girl lady from Dick Tracy. Called the wrong movie. It should have been Moonlight, and they said something else because it was live. Accidents happen on live broadcasts, and at the end of the day, we have to realize everybody's human. And she had all that time, she did. But if I have 100 years to get something right, and it's right, but then it's right before I go on, it goes wrong, I can't control that. All I can do is roll with the, like one time I was recording, and my mic wasn't plugged all the way in, and it was really, really low. My bad. Plus fuck up too, but I had to roll with the punches. So Kaya and TS is gonna be fine. I think within 2 weeks, people will stop comparing the two, and they will both be separate entities. So I did not dislike TS's first show. I thought it was cool for what it was. You know what I'm saying? But as I said before, I didn't watch Queen's Court before Off the Beef. I only started reporting on it because I report on things going on in pop culture. That's the only reason I did it. Like, I don't care either way. I don't have a dog in this fight. But I feel like it's her fucking show. She getting paid regardless. I feel like it was a little more for it than TS. Because Lil Mo was boring as hell. I'm like, bitch, say something. Do something. You know what I'm saying? But, that's my opinion on it. Y'all asked for it. That's what it is. I will watch, her thing next week to see if it's any better or any worse. Now, next week, if it's still fucked up, I'm going to say something different, okay? Because you had the time to get it done the first time. You figured out what issues it was. You can't keep having the same issues. Yes, you can't do that. Kaya, neither can she. She had issues the first couple times, too. But, hey, whatever. But that's all I wanted to say. I have to get to watching Black Ink Crew and 911 and Little Women LA and report to you guys. So I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.